has been underperforming.
He has had to, though, because of the injuries.
100%, but you should be turning up for your work every day, expected to play.
The best I've played in these games is when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
With nothing to play for. No fear.
You've got a cup final in a couple of weeks as well, and not only, it's a huge game for Philip Clement now as well, because that's now, a few old firm games he's lost. You're then saying the start of next season is going to be back here for the first game as well. The Scottish Cup final is now huge, because the last thing you want is people then turn around and say, well, that's 3, 4, 5 old firm games without a victory now for Philip Clement. Listen, I'll be honest, there's a Scottish Cup final a couple of weeks away, but that'll be the last time you see a lot of these players play against Celtic here in the league. There's got to be a clear out, there's got to be a fresh start. There's been some there, and Philip Clement spoke at the top of the show in terms of there's some can change his opinion in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be very difficult because, as I said, looking at it, I think Lundstrom and Barisic are going to leave in threes, there were a few other ones go, and I'm sure Philip Clement will be looking to try and wheel and deal to try and get his type of players in, because you look at Rangers and you think you go to 10 men, the way to hurt teams is with pace. I don't really see. Scott Wright came on and he had a run, but you don't really see a lot of pace in that Rangers team. So there's got to be a lot of reinforcements coming in the summer.
It's a red card in this day and age when you slow things down and you put the point of contact and again John Lundstrom's foot's planted right against the side of Alistair Johnston's leg. But what I would say is, had VAR been there, nobody's moaning that that's not a red card. It was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. So I understand why it's a red card when you see it in real time. Yeah, it's fast.
Kenny,
I always say this: football, you need to.
Card, well, come on,
hang fire, James. I've just gave you the reason why I don't think it's a red card.
It's a red card.
It's a yellow card for me. VAR comes in, intervenes, and it's clearly when it slows that down. It's always going to be a red card when it gets called to the monitor. Had it not been VAR, nobody would have asked for that to be a red card.
That's a red card in the 1970s, Kenny.
Absolutely not, Chris. That is not.
I think you need VAR to see the point of contact. I know you're speaking about slowing it down, but when you see it full pace, he catches him above the ankle. He's out of control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's endangering an opponent.
He's not out of control.
Of course he is.
No, he's not. He's running fast to go to a ball.
Yep.
You need to run fast.
No,
and he's allowed to slide, and he's allowed to run fast.
He's not allowed to put his studs on above his ankle.
Yeah, but that's not out of control.
Of course
he's not out of control.
So he meant it then?
What, he meant to kick Alistair Johnston? Absolutely not. He meant to go and win the ball. Alistair Johnston plants his foot. He's not out of control. He is not out of control. Listen, this day and age with VAR, slow down, that is a red card. I get it. But for me, if VAR's not there, nobody's moaning that's not a red card.
The heat's getting to Kenny.
Absolutely not.
Lucky Rangers, 3 in a row. Sorry. 3 in a row. Lucky Rangers, 3 in a row. Sorry. 3 in a row.
Well, folks, you're all certainly welcome to the channel tonight. I said I'll pop on, have a chat with you. So we'll give you the live updates on Celtic player awards tonight as well in the Hydro. So 11,000 Celtic fans will be at that tonight. Obviously, some big guests: Ronnie Doyle, Neil Lennon, Henrik Larsson, Scott Brown. So we're going to talk about obviously the game yesterday, the game coming up on Wednesday, and obviously you've seen the comments of Kenny Miller and Chris Boyd. I just played there on the channel. So if you're tuning in on Facebook, please do subscribe to the channel. All I'm asking is just press the subscribe button. Trying to get this channel up to 18,000. Sooner the better. And I hope you like the jersey as well. Rip this out of the archives as well. So we're all in good form. I want to know is are tuning in tonight. If you are actually at, well, obviously he's not. If you were not at the thing, you won't be tuning in. So let's kick it off. So it looks like Danny Kelly has won Academy Player of the Year so far. Fair play to Danny Kelly. Obviously, there's a talk about him signing a new deal. Reports that the deal has been snubbed last week, but we'll see what happens regards to Daniel Kelly. Obviously, he's done well. Giorgio Samaras there as well. So I'm just going to show you the picture. Oh, you can't do it with the green screen. Shy. So Sammy and Henrik, well, there you can see there. See that. So yeah, let's kick it off. Let us know what the sound is like. We'll go through the comments. How's everyone feeling? I'm feeling a bit rough. I was in Dublin yesterday for the game, and I flew back to Glasgow this morning. So, all right, bro. How's it going, Tam Kildare? How's it going, James McMullen? How's it going, Robert Hunter? How's it going, Keith and the chat still buzzing from yesterday? Kenny Miller, what a joke. Kenny's still raging. Can't wait for Super Scoreboard this week. It's going to be comedy gold. Danny says, what a clown. The only man on the planet who thinks it was a red, who thinks it wasn't a red. He's deluded. He's absolutely deluded. Even Chris Boyd admitted it was a red. Speaks volumes, really. Now that's a tackle. We'll go back to that tackle. We'll look at this tackle again. Just 2 seconds now. We'll just scroll up and find the tackle. Where is that tackle? Oh, there it is there. Comedy gold. That was an absolute cruncher of a tackle. That's where we went to Castle Grayskull and beat them 5-1. Unbelievable stuff. So I think he is absolutely deluded that he thinks that's just a yellow card. There's no way that wasn't a yellow card. Just have to see, can I root the picture out there? Connected with him. You can see the picture there. He connected with him there. Could have ended his career. Came in the back of him as well. And obviously, brother Colin gave him a yellow. Then was called over to the monitor and then changed it to a red card as well. So, yeah. Am I watching the Celtic Awards? Now, I'm just keeping updates on X. So, see what the situation is. That's a good picture of Sammy and Henrik. Henrik's hair looks wild. Suits him though. So let us know. You're going to the Liverpool match tomorrow. No, I'm not going to any Liverpool match tomorrow. I'm in Glasgow. Why do we go to any Liverpool games? You can't see the Rangers coming with a studs up. It's a shocker of a tackle. Took the man, cleared out, but we also scored. To be honest, we should have been up 5 or 6-1 yesterday. A lot of people are blaming Joe Hart for their header. I think obviously our centre backs as well are the fault for that clumsy header. As I said on the preview on Friday night, that we're going to give away a goal, some silly goal like that. It was very similar to the goal that they scored against us in that 5-1 game in 2016, the Clint Hill goal. Very similar. But look at second half, we had chances. We just weren't clinical. And look at Butland pull off some decent saves in the game for Rangers as well. But look at it. I want to give a shout out to Airkeeper. Let's get this there. Joe Hart, 150 games for Celtic. Obviously, 3 more games left in the Celtic shorts. There's been a lot of talk this week of we're looking at Motherwell's keeper. Liam Kelly, the 26-year-old Motherwell keeper, that's a free agent in the summer. I've come out and said it on the channel many times. He's a decent keeper, but he's not a number one solution. I know he's been playing for Motherwell a good few years now, and he's been in the Scotland fold, but no, it's not for me. I think we should be going out and being ambitious and spending between 6 to maybe 8 million on a goalkeeper, maybe a 24-year-old. I've said Queevy and Keller, but we're not going to get him for about 8 million. We're probably pushing about 12 million. So a question was asked me in the pub yesterday, and you know what? 2 people said it to me. And I said, you know what? It actually wouldn't be a bad show. Would you take Odsonne Edouard back on loan next season from Palace? And I said, you know what? Edouard, he's still scoring goals. I know he's coming off the bench, still doing a job there. So I wouldn't mind taking Edouard. I think I would like to see Edouard and Ida coming. I think we need physicality up front. I know Kyogo is decent and he has turned up the big games, but if we're going to go to another level in European football, we need to have a bit of physicality. That's what killed us in the Champions League campaign this season. We didn't have that physicality. So yeah, I'm sure a few people are feeling like this today, feeling a bit row off. So I felt this morning with all the Guinness down me, to be honest with you. And then there's obviously people in Glasgow as well that's feeling like this today as well. But yeah, so get the comments in. Tell us how you're feeling. Feeling delightful, beautiful Sunday. Nothing better than getting off the plane in Glasgow, wearing your Celtic colours, strolling down the road in green and white and smiling. Listen to beautiful Sunday. So let's kick this off. Kilmarnock is obviously next as well for Celtic. We just need a point at Kilmarnock and we sealed the deal for confirmed champions. Yesterday, 2 years ago, we didn't beat Dundee. We drew at Tannadice to clinch the league under Ange as well. So 180 people tuning in. As I said, if you could press that subscribe button, would be really appreciated. And I'll also try to do a few updates as well regards to the player awards as well. Edwards obviously in the hydro tonight. I actually would take him back on loan. I know people think I'm bleeding mad, but look, it's an option. It's an option. No, why not? Like, I think it's an option. We could like, why not? I would bring Tierney back. Well, Tierney's meant to be a free agent this summer, I think. I don't know if Sociedad are actually going to buy him or not, so we'll see what happens with regards to that. Vince and Atate CSC joining from X. Thanks very much. Big Eddie's at the Wards tonight on loan next season. Maybe you're trying to sneak into the player. Look, to be honest, as much as I wanted to go, I'd feel too rough to go tonight. I'd be just in bits. So I said I'd pop on and have a chat with you, and have the laughters, have the giggles. Glasgow's green and white, 3 in a row. Here we go. So yeah. There's gonna be, obviously want to talk about the new home jersey again on the channel. These are just a few pictures from the past. This is when we sealed the deal at Kilmarnock. Henrik Larsson passed it on to Stilian Petrov, and then that was back in 2004. So give me a yellow love heart in the comments if you were at this game at Rugby Park. Then obviously this is one of the best ones of all time. Nakamura, 2 in a row, dying embers of the game. He came up, do you know what? Earlier on that season, he scored from the exact same spot with a free kick. Exact same spot. Same, it was like a replica, absolute replica. So yeah, good jersey. There's Jan, big Jan Vennegar Hesselink. Jan was good. I think the best, the tallest, regards to like physicality and height, closest that we had to Jan was Giacomakis. Big Giacomakis. Someone in the pub was wearing a Giacomakis jersey yesterday. Big Georgios. Scott Brown winning the league at Rugby Park. Obviously, he got sent off at the end for celebrating, all the fans celebrating him. That was a weird game, that was. But you know what? The benefit of next season against Kilmarnock is they're going to be doing a vote on the astro pitches, on the artificial pitches, and it looks like them artificial pitches will be gone out of the league, and obviously Libya are gone, so we don't have to worry about going to the Tony Macaroni Stadium, whatever they call it now, next season. So yeah, a guy that a lot of us didn't want back at the helm. A lot of people wanted him back. I did want him back, and you know what? As he said already at the start of the season, come back to me in May, and he's delivered the title. 1 point away from delivering the title. Also a Scottish Cup final to contend with as well. So it hasn't been a bad season, considering a lot of moans, a lot of negativity, ups and downs, and that's the joys of being a football fan, folks. I've said this so many times on the channel. If you can't take losing, you can't take dropping points or dropping points at home. I know it's not acceptable. Shouldn't be dropping points at home to teams like Motherwell and Kilmarnock. Look at Kilmarnock have been a dodgy team this season. They've beaten us in the League Cup. They've beaten us already at Rugby Park just before Crimbo. So we really need to go there on Wednesday and turn up. There will be pressure on us, Obviously, Rangers have Dundee at Ibrox, but get the champagne now. You wanted Brendan Rodgers back. I wanted Brendan Rodgers back. Look, his football is not the most attractive on the eye. Let's be honest. We're still top of the league. That's the most important thing, and it's going to take time. Some managers come in and just clicks for them. Like, I think a lot of us were going back to the first campaign on where we went invincible. We're expecting to, storm this league, win the treble and all, and it wasn't meant to be. And we'll learn from our mistakes, and hopefully next season we can go on and do a treble and make a record of 9 trebles. But let's just get through this last 3 games. So Kilmarnock away, and then we finish off next Saturday to St. Mirren at home. So let's look at the table, just to give you a little refresh there. We all know we're top of the league. We're just going to look at the goal difference and all that malarkey. So let's just give me a second now. Where is the table? Is this the right one? This is the right one. There you go. There you go, folks. 87 points. 87 points. So we've actually scored 87 goals in the league as well. So there, 87, folks. Goal difference, look at 7 goal difference as well. So just need to go there and just literally turn Turn on the style. Turn it on. This is a cracking picture from yesterday, by the way. Days in my 8 I thought was outstanding. I thought you played really, really well. Yesterday's work rate was remarkable. I thought James Forrest in the game was really, really good. And I said on the channel, said it on Friday night, I said on yesterday morning I would have started Forrest, and Forrest played really well, looked very sharp. And I was like saying to a couple of people in the pub, I was like, that was like a James Forrest stuff when he was 24, 25. He was just pure sharp, you know, cutting in well, delivering the ball well. You know, James, he done well. Just get the comments in, folks. You know, we're winning the quad next year. What? We're not going to win a European Cup. You know, hi Keith, just 1 point to go. Exactly. You know, I've seen stranger things happen in football. Imagine we did win the quad. We don't have the team to win the quad. Let's be honest. Probably a better chance of winning FIFA. Want him back away for it faster time. We'll do the same again. Look at he's here for 3 years, whatever it is, long-term deal, whatever it is. I forget how long and what the contract he signed, but let him come in. He's done his 4th season. He can put his stamp now on the team and get the recruitment right. We need, obviously the recruitment is going to be changed this summer. Mark Lawwell's gone. You know, there's been a shake up on the recruitment side, and hopefully Celtic actually get their finger out and get a director of football in. I think a director of football would be ideal for the club to move forward. So Tasha Flint has won the women's goal of the season against Rangers. Congratulations to Tasha. Tasha's obviously done well since she came back from Liverpool. And I watched the Glasgow derby on Monday. We're lucky not to win it, but look at fair play to the girls. They've done well this season. Alina's done a good job taking over from Fran, and yeah, Fran's a good guy. So let's see. Scales, great taking the ball forward, but his final pass isn't the greatest. He needs to work on it. 100%, Sean. I was thinking the same thing yesterday. I think, you know, that end product with would be he needs to work on, especially if he wants to move up in his game. It's that final one. Thanks very much for subbing as well. There's a good few people subscribing to the channel tonight. Really good to see. I'm gonna put this under a little bit of pressure now. So I'm just gonna check this now. I like hunting people for new subs. So we're on 17,355. So if you can take a minute, if you're on the YouTube channel, just to go down and press subscribe, just to get that up to 367. So I want to have 17,367 by the end of this pod. So if you could do that, it would be really appreciated, folks. As I said, it's free of charge. Some people donate and buy the membership for 99 pence. It's completely up to yourselves. Well done, Tasha. Good stuff. Tasha Flint. Good stuff. As I said, recap as well. Daniel Kelly's after getting Academy Player of the Year as well. As obviously he scored for Celtic against Dundee. An absolute cracker with his I think it was his left foot in the 7-1 game. So look, I'm delighted for Daniel. Hopefully we can get him on a proper contract. And I just don't like seeing our youth players going. Like, you know, obviously Ben Doak went to Liverpool. Karamoka Dembele never worked out for him. We just don't want these players moving on. If there's potential there, you know, Rockavati, there's been not a lot of talk about Rockavati in recent times. His contract is up as well at the end of the season. So hopefully we can get Rockavati on a long-term deal. I think he has good potential there. I think he scored 18 goals this season. Just correct me on that if you want. Andy, that's the hydro. Yeah, that's the hydro. That's the hydro. Well, look, we'll change it for a minute. I said I'd keep that one on. And let me see. I might put this one on. I like this one. This for 2 seconds. We'll put this one on. Dublin. That's Dublin there in the background. That was for Paddy's weekend, I think, on New Year's. So, yeah. How's it going, Claire? Tuning in. Hope you're doing well. I hope you pop over to YouTube and subscribe. 3-year contract, winning doubles and trebles is not for every Glasgow team. 100%. 100%, Kenny, on the button. Great to see Kaiser tuning in tonight. Great to see him. Hello from South Africa. Hope you're doing well. You're the man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Obviously, Matt O'Reilly missed the penalty yesterday. They were complaining that it didn't look like it wasn't a penalty. There was contact there. It was a Stonewall penalty. I thought, as I said, I thought the wingers played really well yesterday. I thought Maeda literally ran away against Tavernier, you know. And Rangers know that the league is done now. They know it's done. They can, Voldemort can go and cry all he wants in Castle Grayskull. At the end of the day, they don't have the money. They won't have the money next season to be bolstering the squad. A lot of their players are out of contract as well. The likes of, I won't be surprised Tavernier goes as well. Look, it's about us. It's about the 3-0 champions. It's about Celtic. It's about Celtic getting it right against Kilmarnock. Look at Darren McInnes. He's a good manager. We all know McInnes loves trying to beat Celtic. And that pitch is always a difficult place to play, especially if the weather's going to be like this on Wednesday night. Dry, greasy, maybe. We'll see what happens. I know they cut the allocation as well last season. Yeah, I have that picture there, Marco. I'll put it up for you now. Hold on, just 2 seconds. There you go, just for Marco there. I actually liked that kit. I thought that kit was actually quite nice. That was the year when actually Brendan Rodgers walked out on Celtic. He went to Leicester, and a lot of turmoil, a lot of hatred there was towards him. And okay, it's in the past. It's in the past. You move on. There's no point of crying about spilled milk. You know, it was hard to accept that he done a burn and he went down to Leicester. And okay, unfortunate to get top 4 with them a couple of seasons. Then obviously they went down, but they're back up in the Premier League now. And you know what, Jamie Vardy, what player he's been in his career? Jamie Vardy, eh? Wonder if I might take him up at Celtic for the season toward his end days. Still banging goals in like mad. And that's what you need. You need someone like that. You need a bit. And we're going to be missing Joe Hart big time. Like, regards to, you know, experience. I was saying in the pub yesterday to folk, I was like, I'd give him another season. I know he wants to retire. I'd give him another season. Scream at him, give him a deal. Just have him in that capacity. You know, obviously I think he's been offered a role at Man City, summer boys or something like that at Man City, or I don't know what exactly it is, but he has been offered a contract. Oh, what a face. What a face. That is a face right there. I'd say he is absolutely raging today. Absolutely raging. I just want to pull this up, folks. I just love this picture. This is a picture of me, obviously. This was back in, was it September when we beat them? So yeah, that's in the Brazen Head, in the Gorbals. Cracking pub, cracking staff, really good place. You know, if you've never been to Brazen Head, I'd recommend. It's one of the best Celtic pubs to go to. Lovely point as well. Good entertainment on. Really good people in there. So yeah, shout out to the Brazen Head. See what happens. This picture here as well. I think this is an old picture. I think this is back from the 5-1 game. So yeah, let's see. And Taylor and CCV were the fault for the Rangers goal, not Scales. I just think overall, like, I thought Taylor played well yesterday. I think Taylor actually put a good shift in. I think Johnston at stages looked all right. I think he looked a bit sloppy at times as well. I think James Forrest done a lot of tracking back to help Alistair, which wingers should do. I know Maeda got stuck in at certain times. I thought Rio played all right yesterday. Callum McGregor had so many chances yesterday, and I'm kind of angry that Brendan didn't bring on Awata earlier in the game to push Callum up a bit more. But look, I thought Matt O'Reilly worked his socks off. At times in the game, he did look a bit lackluster, but he got the goal, and it was a lovely goal, and then that own goal as well. But we should have polished them 5 or 6-1, folks. And I know I don't want to sound spoiled when I'm saying that, but when you're a team's down to 10 men, this is what I said in the podcast the other night. They went down to 10 men at the New Year's fixture. And what happened? They ended up getting needing to get back into the game because they actually played better. I just think Celtic, you know, they just drop down a gear when a team goes to 10 men. We should be going out and smashing the teams. So Ida had a chance, 2 chances yesterday and went past the post, and then that cross in as well. But I thought Cohn played all right when he came on. Let's see now. you did give the ball away so many times. And look, I know a lot of fans are still a bit about Scalesy getting a new deal, but he will improve. I think he will improve as a player. It's just confidence. And people were asking me yesterday in the pub as well. They were saying, "What do you rate Scales?" And I said, "I think Scales has done a decent job. I maybe say 7/10 this season. There's a lot of improvement there in regards to the final pass, having more calm nerves, being more collective, taking the ball up. And look at we all liked Christopher Royer making them runs. I think Scales has it in him to do them runs if he wants to, but he just needs to have a bit more confidence with the ball, pushing up past it. Because you seen yesterday, I know they were down to 10 men, but we had a lot of possession and he took the ball up and Vickers took it up. But just gets there. I think it's 7/10 this season, considering the amount of players that he had to play with the likes of Welch, CCV, Lagerbielke, Naroski, stuck in there. And he played most of the games. He played 43 games this season, folks. So there you go. There you go. Ida is a big journey, man. At the end of the day, I'd be honest with you, like a lot of people were saying last week they'll sign Ida for the 5 million. I would sign him. I wouldn't put him as a first choice striker. I just think there's money in the bank. You're going to probably sell 1 or 2 players anyway in the summer. I think the likes of Matt O'Reilly will go. Matt will go, and I think if the money's right, he has a decent Euros. There's 3 more games left. That builds his stats up. I'm just going to root out Matt O'Reilly's stats and have a look at them now and put them on the screen for you. Give me a second now. If you just keep flying with the comments, folks. Let's have a look. Do you know what? I'll play that video. I'll play the well, these are all here. I'll play the video of Kenny Miller raging while I'm looking for this.
It's a red card in this day and age when you slow things down and you put the point of contact and again John Lundsom's foot's planted right against the side of Alistair Johnston's leg. But what I would say is, had VAR been there, nobody's moaning that that's not a red card. It was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. So I understand why it's a red card when you see it in real time. Yeah, it's fast.
Kenny,
I always say this: football, you need to.
Card, mate.
Well,
come on,
hang fire, James. I've just gave you the reason why I don't think it's a red card.
It's a red card.
It's a yellow card for me. VAR comes in, intervenes, and it's clearly when it slows that down. It's always going to be a red card when he gets called to the monitor. Had it not been VAR, nobody would have asked for that to be a red card.
That's a red card in the 1970s, Kenny.
Absolutely not, Chris. That is not.
I think you need VAR to see the point of contact. I know you're speaking about slowing it down, but when you see it full pace, he catches him above the ankle. He's out of control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's endangering an opponent.
He's not out of control.
Of course he is.
No, he's not. He's running fast to go to a ball.
Yep. And
you need
slides.
to run fast.
No,
and he's allowed to slide, and he's allowed to run fast.
He's not allowed to put his studs on his above his ankle.
Yeah, but that's not out of control.
Of course
he's not out of control.
So he meant it then?
What, he meant to kick Alistair Johnson? Absolutely not. He meant to go and win the ball. Alistair Johnson plants his foot. He's not out of control. He is not out of control. Kenny. Listen, this day and age with VAR, slow down, that is a red card. I get it. But for me, if VAR's not there, nobody's moaning that's not a red card.
The
Nobody
heat's
at all.
getting to Kenny.
Absolutely not.
What a deluded man, I swear. Absolutely deluded. I think he was on the super glue yesterday, to be honest. So this is Matt O'Reilly's stats for the season so far, folks. 46 games, 16 goals, 17 assists. That's pretty decent. That is pretty decent. He's nearly the amount of minutes under his belt in the league. Unbelievable stuff. So these stats are from transfermarket.com. Pretty decent website. I went on to just type in Celtic, right? And they have valued their squad, our full squad, at 116 million. 116 million. I would probably put a valuation of our squad probably at 150 million, to be honest, pushing. So yeah. So that's Matt O'Reilly's stats there, folks. Not a bad season for Matzer. 46 games. Big difference from last season. I thought he's obviously came in January and Ange's 4th season and done well coming from the MK Dons. So let's get the comments in. Good stuff. Yeah. What's the levels of meltdown when we lift the Scottish Cup? Fingers crossed we do. Well, hopefully we will. Look, We beat them already 3 times this season. We were lucky not to beat them at Ibrox, and at the end of the day, they're going to try everything in that power. And plus, it's 50-50 as well at Hampden. Regards to allocation, next season we'll have allocation back at both stadiums. I think they get 3,000 next season because Celtic Park is bigger, and then we'll get 2,500 at Ibrox. So kind of like the European allocation. So it'll make the fixture better. I know a lot of people don't like the thoughts of them coming back to Celtic Park because they smashed at the toilets, they ruined the seats and stuff like that. I can respect that side of it, of his opinion, but it makes it better with them walking out when they're getting pumped, and it makes it more enjoyable. So, how many doubts about Scales? You know, look at folks. He's played 40 odd games this season. It's not like we're second place chasing the league now. He's done a decent job, as I said. The last maybe 6-7 weeks he has been rocky. But you know, getting through the whole season, where at the start of that season, this season, it looks like he was out the door. Aberdeen were going to put another move in for him, and you know what? He played the pre-season games, and there was an injury crisis, and he stepped in, and you have to give him merit. You know, give him merit because, you know, we didn't have Carter Vickers for the two derbies, first two derbies, and you know him and Larga Bielke. I know Larga Bielke was a bit dodgy at Ibrox. Done the job, steered the ship, was a clean sheet. You know. Mark, both fullbacks made me nervous yesterday. Scales got a hard time, and it's harsh in my opinion. We can only get better with seasons experience. 100%, you know, 100%. Yes, Celtic, the man stepped up. Vickers was out for the other two. Exactly. Good stuff. There will be players out there. There'll be players that are obviously coming into the final year of their contract, maybe 1 year left. As I said, I'd take Odsonne Edouard back. So the question to you is, would you rather sign Adam Ida for 5 million or bring Odsonne Edouard back for maybe 18 months? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Edward's been here. He's done it. Yeah, in his last season, he got very lazy. And look at the whole team were in turmoil that season. You know, we all know what that season was, but end of the day, he still scored double figures, and we sold him for, what was it, 12 million? We sold Odsonne Edouard. No, was it 7 million? I don't know the exact figure, but he left anyway for Palace. I think we could have got more from him. At one point, we were valuing Edouard at like 25 million. So there is 234 people tuning in. I'm gonna just do a refresh on the player awards tonight. As I said, Tasha Flint won the women's goal of the season. Daniel Kelly won Academy Player. I'm just going to check now. So it's just big names at the event tonight in the Hydro, like the Samaras, Henrik, Ronnie Doyle is there. Big Ronnie, you know. Oh, that's a great picture. That's a really good picture. I don't know if you've been able to see that. That is Kyogo with Henrik shaking hands. So it's a good picture. And then Henrik's misses as well. But it's because of the green screen's on. So let's go in and just double check this. Odsonne Edouard and Sammy on the stage. Brilliant to see. So Matt O'Reilly has won Young Player of the Year. 2 in a row for Matt O'Reilly. Congratulations to Matt O'Reilly. 2 captains there, which is Kelly Clark and Callum McGregor. And let me see now. Any more? Kyogo and who's that there? Amy Gallagher as well. So happy days. Happy days. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's it. That's it. Was it 17 million? It didn't feel like 17 million. Was it 17 million? Jesus. It's because it was that long ago where players will come and go and we went through managers. It's hard to refresh the brain, Kenny. But was it 17 million? I'll have a look now. Let's see now. Edouard. Let's see now. Odsonne. Where's Odsonne? There he is there. See, it was 17 million, correct? It was actually 16.3 million that it went up to 17 because Palace stayed up. So yeah, 17 million, madness. And you know what? We feel like we didn't even spend much of it. Like, obviously, Giakoumakis came in. We got Jota on loan. We got CCV on loan. You know, how much did Ryan Christie go for? Was it about 5 million? Ryan Christie. Let me just double check this as well. Jesus, I thought it was only about 7 million. So fair play to Kenny getting that right. Christie. So you know, 29 Ryan Christie is. 7 million as well. The original fee was 2.9 million because of Bournemouth staying up. They end up getting an additional add-on fee. It's the same with Christopher Royer. Christopher Royer got us a few quid in the bank as well. Yeah, they do have a 65% sell-on clause as well. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pull the stats up and show you this, folks. This website is always accurate as well. Transfer market. So just give you. I'm gonna pull the stats up now about odds and head worth. 1 second now. I know the noise of that mouse is going through my head as well, but has to be done. Has to be done. There we go. So there you go, folks. That is Odds Edwards transfer fee there, right? So it was around £9 million, and then obviously when you convert it into euros, it was 10.3 million. But yeah, so they got a nice little add-on. PSG did as well, for 1.5 million. So yeah, I'm gonna look at Edward's stats at Celtic as well. Let's go in, just check his stats at Celtic. Club. See this now. Nah, it doesn't show me. Oh, here we go. So Edward played 179 games for Celtic. He scored 87 goals, 39 assists, and he was only ever booked 12 times. Never got sent off for Celtic, Edward. So there you go. 179 games. Doesn't even feel like he only played 79 games, not 179. So yeah, 87 goals, not bad. 39 assists. I'd take him back. Definitely. You know, still young, still in his mid-20s. Why not? Right. 231 people tuning in. Just press that subscribe button. I was going to refresh this this X channel to see what's the latest regards to the Hydro. See what the updates is. So let me just check now. So Matt O'Reilly has won the Young Player of the Year in the squad and senior squad. Tasha Flint won the women's goal of the season. Daniel Kelly's won Academy Player. So we're still waiting for another few here. And then obviously the Golden Boots, Amy Gallagher for the women's. And then and Player of the Year, the women's Player of the Year is Amy Gallagher. Obviously she's at scoring so many goals this season. So she got the Golden Boot as well. So 2 awards for her. Fair play. Good stuff. I wonder who's actually going to get the Player of the Year. Who do you think it's going to be, folks? Is it going to be Matt O'Reilly? You know, Reda Dembele back than French Eddie. He's over in Saudi Arabia. He was actually done an Instagram story of him watching the game yesterday. He didn't want to play for Celtic because look at that season. That season was hideous. A lot of players didn't want to play for Celtic that season, and that's why Ange cleared him. Out. And I know obviously Ange came in and he played a couple of games under Ange and scored and stuff at Celtic Park. But yeah, Joe Hart, Player of the Season. Let me see. Nothing just yet coming through. Joe Hart. As I said, I'm watching this, and I'm just not even watching. I'm just going through the Joe Hart's serving anyway. As I said, 100. We'll actually root out. He's going to give it to Big Joe. Big Joe needs a new contract, even though he wants to retire. Give it to Big Joe. Player of the season, no chance. Joe Hart. Let's see. Midnight be popular, but I would glad to take. No, I wouldn't take Ryan Christie back. Definitely not. I think he's done well with Bromers. No, I definitely want to take Ryan Christie back. Not a chance. Transfer market, use Euro, mate. Just watch it with the compare. Stuart Armstrong. Effing dog. Ruining the pod. Get your dog in. Is that Hoopy out the back? It's probably Kenny Miller. Put a lead on it. Edward all day. Probably screaming yellow. Give it to Matt. Joe Hart. Hell, mate. How's it going, John? How's it going? 2 seconds. Just mute that for a second, folks. Take Butland tomorrow. Nah, Butland won't come to Celtic. That one. He's a good keeper. Let's be honest, he is a really good keeper. But nah, it's not gonna happen. People have been asking me this week about the jersey. Now, this picture was obviously off Celta here. They posted this picture the other day. This is meant to be the leaked jersey for this coming season, folks. The contrast in this particular picture doesn't look like the one that I've been shown on the channel. As I said, it's not 100% confirmed this is the jersey. I know there's been sales of this particular top in Thailand. There hasn't been any sales in North America or Australia yet. So there was meant to be a rumor that we're going to be releasing the jersey on the 17th of May. But look, we're on the 12th now. There's been nothing so far. So I think Celtic will release the jersey before the end of the month, because with the Euros coming up, people are going to be in this puzzle. They're going to buy a Scotland top if they're Scottish and they're going to the Euros, or are they going to buy another jersey? So this is, looking at this top, I think it looks slick. Look at the design on the back of it as well. Love it. Absolutely love it. And what I like most about it is it's the dark green. These going up on the hips. Absolutely nice. I like it. I like the round neck as well, and something different. And I know a lot of people are complaining about the size of the Adidas logo, but I think the Adidas logo looks nice. The only bad thing about this particular top is the dark green star. Now, shout out to Danny, a friend of mine. He said it to me, and I didn't realize. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I would have rather a white star, or I would have rather a gold star, but I like it. I think it's nice. It's going to be purchased. I think it's going to be nice and long sleeve as well. Kind of gives me the vibe of this top a bit. Just something about it. I think it's like a mixture of this top and this top put together. Obviously, but they're New Balance tops. 1 year left of Adidas. A lot of people want to go back to Nike. You know, this is a Nike jersey and it's real comfortable. Barely fitting it. Too many Guinnesses. This has been a long time ago. 2012 to 13 gives me a reason to stop drinking them wine brews. The Gap has last few years 3 in a row. Don't like the green trimming. I like the green trimming. Honestly, think the green trimming is pretty nice, to be honest with you. Something different. That's a home top. That's a topper. I will sell you a few, pal. Have them in on Friday. Oh, well for some. Well for some. We will get a draw at least at Rugby Park. 100%. Look, we'll root out the pictures of Rugby Park. Some really good days. I know I showed these a bit earlier on. We've Stan in 04. We've got Nakamura in 2007, if I'm correct. It was 2-1 that day. And then we've Scott Brown back in 2019. That was the end. I think that was January 2019, if I'm correct on that. And then, so this is how Kenny Miller's currently feeling today. As I said, I went through this on the conversation already in the channel. I'm just recapping for people that are tuning in late. He's claiming it's not. He's claiming it wasn't a red card. Look at that. You can clearly see the contact there. Obviously, he needs to go to Specsavers and get sorted. I'm really worried about McInnes doing his best to F us over. Probably look at, to be honest with you, obviously we don't want to be losing, but they're going to park the bus. KILLIE is, and KILLIE, we've seen what they've done to us this season at Rugby Park twice. We just need to go there. I think we're in a different frame of mind than we were halfway through the season, at the start of the season. We're now in this mentality where, like, you know what, we need to go out and get these 3 points and we're confirmed champions. The worst thing that would happen to us is us scoring early, to be honest, because if we scored early, we'll get complacent and the nerves will get to the players, and then they'll probably shit themselves. I'd rather us chase the game, maybe nil out of half time. And you know, it's still nil out of half time. As it stands, then we'll be confirmed champions for the 90 minutes, then when it's full time. But we'll go out. I think I would change it around. I'll change it around. I wouldn't start Kyogo, even if Kyogo has a good record against Kilmarnock. I would bring Ida in. So my team at this moment of time would be Joe Hart. It's the same back four. I would actually push Callum McGregor up and play Awate. Change the personnel around. Rest Rio. So you'll have Matt and Callum. Play Awate in there, more physical player. I'd bring Nicholas Cunn in, Moyeda and Ida. I'd rest James. I thought James played really well. Don't want him burnt out. You know, he's obviously 32 now. So that was what I'd go for. You know, good player, Danny Armstrong. Obviously, he's really good. He is a good danger man. He's obviously scored against us a few times as well. Focus. Don't think so. We're gonna have fun. Well, I'm not thinking that far ahead, to be honest with you. I'm just thinking about just getting Kilmarnock done and then St Mirren done. You know, going out, taking 6 points, move us up to 93 points for the season if we win the last 2 games. So yeah, Sefco will be looking at McInnes again. I won't be surprised. Kyogo, one goal of the season. Was it the goal against Rangers? Just let me have a look now. Thanks very much for the update, John. Really appreciate it. Fair play. Yeah, the one against Rangers. Fantastic. In December. Brilliant. Fair play. Disagreeing Awate, we should have nowhere near the squad. I thought Awate done well when Callum was out, to be honest. I think he's done well. I think I'd put Awate in and change it around. I just think they want to be born Rio out fully. I know Rio's done well, but that's who we go. We could even go Bernardo. So you could go for the sake of Callum, Bernardo, Matt O'Reilly. We'll see what happens. Deserves their own. Great wee player. Obviously, Bernardo is there's a talk of obligation to buy between 6.5 to 8 million. We'll see what happens with Benfica. Obviously, Benfica is kind of our new scouting team we go for. You know, obviously we got Jota from there. So, but it's great to see Dazin back. You know, Dazin was outstanding yesterday. Really outstanding. Really had a lot of people off their seats. The work rate of him. Yeah, he should never be booked for that, to be honest with you. It's just a joke. It's just an absolute joke. It's just Scottish football referees are corrupt. You know, corrupt. Rio, the poor game, understand he's been the sand dropping him. No, it's not even dropping him, it's just changing it around. At the end of the day, all the players have a part to play. You just need to rotate the squad. You know, like you're going to Rugby Park, it's an artificial pitch. Rio, as you said, Rio wasn't the greatest yesterday. Times in the game, he looked like he was off it, and there's times when he was on it. But I'd change it around. I'd bring Bernardo in. It's what Rodgers picks at the end of the day. We can all say we want to have this player, we want that player playing. But yeah. So 225 people are tuning in. I'm trying to keep up with the updates of the awards in the Hydro. There's 11,000 Celtic fans there. So Kyogo, just to recap, Kyogo has won men's goal of the season, which was the goal against Rangers in December, or Sefco, or Nuco, or whatever you want to call them. Amy Gallagher has won the Women's Player of the Year. Fair play to her. And she won, obviously, the Golden Boot on the women's side. Kyogo won, obviously, the Golden Boot on the men's side. Matt O'Reilly has won Young Player of the Year. Congratulations to Matt the Dane. Let me see who else. Tasha Flint got Women's Goal of the Season. And then we have Daniel Kelly, Academy Player of the Year, you know. So Jade says, I'm so happy that Brendan Rodgers has shut down most of the media. We have the best manager in Scotland by a mile. 100%. I know a lot of people have still a bit if about him, but just once he wins that title now, the doubters will slowly change their opinion. You know, some people won't always believe in it. So there's 14 people tuning in. There's 135 tuning in on X, folks. If you're over on X, please press that subscribe button. Really appreciate it if you could come over to the YouTube channel, the exact same name. Come on, the Hoop Celtic. Just press that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. So what I'll do is I will put the link of the YouTube channel in the comments now. So all you have to do is just press that button. Anyone over on Facebook, just jump over and just press 2 clicks and you're sorted. You're sorted. You're going to get more daily content from me. I'm in a great frame of mind to be doing the channel again. So as I said, I done one yesterday. Tried to do one last night. Too drunk walking down the road. So you'll get more content off me in the next couple of days. I'm going to do a podcast on Tuesday night. I'll be live on Wednesday night before and after the game. I might do a halftime podcast as well. So really appreciate if you can jump on and press that red and white button. To people that are support the membership for 99 pence, thank you very much. It all helps at the end of the day. It helps me to push towards getting a brand new equipment to make this channel a little bit better, no more fancy looking. So instead of having the River Liffey in the background in green. But yeah, let's see now. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. 1 second now. Cheers, keep it up. So folks, I am 6 subs away from 17,367. I'm currently 17,361. So please help Keaton. Press that sub button. Free of charge. Let's get that up to 367 in the next 10 minutes. If you can do that, folks, it would be deadly. As I said, 11,000 fans starting the Hydro tonight. I hope he's all having a ball. He's watching this later on. We've discussed Ida. Half the fans don't want Ida signed. I don't know if it's just a case that he missed a couple of chances yesterday. We've discussed Odson Edward will be taken back on loan. A lot of people say yeah. A lot of people say no because he was brutal. Towards the end of his Celtic career, he didn't care. But eventually, stats, he scored 87 goals for Celtic. So 87 goals, not bad at Celtic. You know, that moment that he scored the 2 goals to help us win the treble. Sounds good saying treble, which he did. He scored that goal, the 3-2 game. He's got many goals, but these ones that stick out the most. You know, obviously Georgia Samaras is there tonight. Sammy scored. Sammy was the first player to score in this jersey against Hearts at Celtic Park. And then obviously he scored a Boise kick as well against Dundee FC away. And Hooper scored a lob that day. So yeah, this was a builder of a top. I don't know why we didn't wear that much, to be honest. Even the shorts were nice, even the green and black. People are saying the Aberdeen player, Bojang. Wouldn't mind Bojang. Obviously, I don't know how much they're going to sell him for. You know, we'll see what happens. CC Top says, big party in Glasgow on Saturday, Georgia Square. Can't wait. Look like it's going to be another 20 degrees. Sadly, I'm going to be in Dublin for the week. The week after, I'm going to be in Glasgow for the cup final. So, yeah, I'll be sad sitting there while everyone's partying. But you know what? Family's more important than the football club at the moment. So these things happen. When we lost Dembele, we lost Nacham and Edwards. Do you think so? A lot of people did say that, Kenny. I think Nacham, his head is like, I know he's at the talking bad about Celtic recently, but look, the champ scored some really good goals for Celtic. He scored in the Scottish Cup final in 2017. Scored in that historic night over in the Stadio Olimpico to win us the game. It was an Edward pass to him. The champ chipped it over. And it was Chris Sutton that was doing the commentary that night. You know, wasn't utter shy. I just think his body, his expression is just. I just didn't like the way that his emotions. He didn't show emotions in most games, and I don't know if that's the culture he comes from. But you know, kind of looked like more of a stubborn player at times. But I was talking about midfielders that we had from 2010 onwards. Some really good battling in midfielders like Kyle. Kyle was a really good player, I thought. So Kyle was a good grafter in the middle of that park. You know, people didn't rate Beaton, but Beaton done a decent job towards the end of his Celtic career. You know, he steered the ship, took the captain's armband when Callum was out, and you know what, we got some crucial points. And you know, I thought Beaton was a good servant for Celtic. Good servant. Wasn't a cracking player, he was a good servant. Who else would I say? Joe Ledley. I thought Joe was really good for Celtic as well. Joe obviously played centre back at times for Celtic, played left back as well. He was a really good grafter. Joe Ledley. Met him as well. Nice guy. Loves his Guinness. Swamped his Guinness back in Dublin Airport when I met him. Who else regards to midfield? Stefan Johansson. Done all right. Johansson obviously won the Player of the Year one season. Johansson wasn't bad. Stuart Armstrong. Thought Stewie was good. Pretty sad that it didn't work out for Gary McCoy-Stephen. I thought he would have been. I was excited when he came in the door. I thought he was going to be a decent player for Celtic. Just didn't work out for Gary McCoy-Stephen. Who else in the midfield? I'm trying to think regards to like the midfield. Anyone else? Ryan Christie. I think he's very average. Some cracking goals. You know. Celtic let him go. Which player are we talking about now? Are we talking about Beaton or Johansson? Johansson obviously wasn't a part of Rodgers' plans. He went down to, was it Fulham or QPR? I think it was Fulham, and then he ended up going to QPR. The champ. Yeah, it was his mentality. It was his mentality at the end from, you know, like obviously he was a Rodgers signing and then he played under Lenny, but just it was his mentality. Well, one player that I'm really delighted for this season is Jeremy Frimpong. You know, look at the record. Was it 49 games? Was Leverkusen playing today, actually? Did Leverkusen play today? Or is that them done with the Bundesliga? Let's have a look. Leverkusen. I know they went 49 games. Oh, they won today. They won 5-0. That's 50 games unbeaten in all competitions. That's unremarkable. That is remarkable. Unbelievable for them, Leverkusen. 5-0. Jeremy just keeps scoring goals. His value will go up. For according, we have they're saying a 30% sell-on clause for Jeremy Frimpong. That's a guy we got for little to nothing. And then there's maybe a 40 million clause in his contract as well. Unbelievable. Who's better, Rogic or O'Reilly? I can't believe I forgot about Tom Rogic. I'm going to be disappointing myself all night. Rogic. I think Matt was good. Matt is good, and Matt is still obviously young, and Matt has a lot in his career ahead. But Tom Rogic was just a master, an absolute master on the ball. He's shooting, he's dribbling. He wasn't always the fastest player. Look at Tom's goal in the Scottish Cup final. You know, one of the best goals I've ever seen. You know, some key goals. Like, look at Tom Rogic scored a goal. Like Kilmarnock to win us the league as well. New Balance, Ronnie Dale. Yeah. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The Champions class. Problem was, let's see, they got a decent offer. Should have taken more money. Sure, wasn't he? Originally, I think a bid came in for the Cham of 15 million from a Premier League team, and we snubbed the back. I think Everton put a bid in, if I'm correct, saying that. And we snubbed it. They won 5-0. I'm delighted for Alonso. I'm delighted for Jeremy Frimpong. I'm delighted for Leverkusen. Full stop. You know, I think they've won a lot of fans over. Like everyone's keeping an eye on them because what they're doing is remarkable, absolutely remarkable. Wouldn't like to get them in the Champions League. I know we played them a couple of years ago in the Europa League, and they did beat us. And we had a couple of decent chances. We could have 4 or 5 against them, but they turned up, and Ritz is a player too. They'll like it'd be hard for them to keep their players. I know Alonso is saying that he wants to stay there next season. Will O'Reilly go for 30 million? No. I think it will be about 20 million. I think we're pushing about 20, 25 million max for Matt O'Reilly. It'd be probably a team. I know Inter Milan have been inquired about him. I know Atletico have inquired about him as well. Let's just have a look at let's have just a quick look at the updates regards to the Celtic Players Awards tonight. So obviously Kyogo won the men's goal of the season against Rangers, which was the one of many. The one at the New Year's game. Amy Gallagher, she won the women's player of the year. Matt O'Reilly, young player of the year in the senior squads. Top goal scorers, obviously Kyogo and Amy Gallagher. Tasha Flint with the goal of the season on the women's side, and Daniel Kelly. Yeah. When Matt and Rogers played together, it was like junior and senior, 100%. I thought that as well at times, to be honest. I'd like to see us get the Blackburn guy. Did he declare? He declared for Ireland, didn't he? He scored ridiculous goals this season. I need some really good goals this season, I think. Was it not 28 goals he scored? What was the offer? 15. I think we were looking at 25. Was this for Nichan, was it? Was it the Leeds offer? I thought it was everything that offered at the time. But I know a bid came in and we snubbed it back. Sure, did we snub it back? It was in January 2020 we snubbed it, not 2021, we snubbed it back. It could be 2020, sorry. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. But look, Nichan went. We ended up going to Swansea, he did, and I know there was pictures of him training in his Celtic clubber. Had to leave in Celtic a year later, and he's still wearing the Celtic training gear. Look at Izaguirre. Izaguirre runs around Honduras in his Celtic gear. Lewis Palmer. Like he obviously went off the grid. He looks really promising at the start. And look at Lewis Palmer could get better and better. Was it Porto? Oh, that's this for Matt O'Reilly. Apologies. But yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Porto offered. Yeah. Leeds offered. Southampton offered. There was talks of Palace offered as well. But I don't know what the fee was from Palace. And then Atletico obviously offered the loan move. And then he wanted an obligation to buy. But look, and Matt will go. And I think, Matt O'Reilly's his stats has been pretty decent for Celtic. He's played 40 odd games this season, 17 assists in there as well. I have the stats here. I'll just put the stats up again just to refresh the brains for you. So this is, just want to move this comment, Kieran. This is Matt O'Reilly's stats, folks. 46 games, 16 goals, 17 assists, and also he has 5 trophies under his name. At this moment in time, it will be soon to be 6. It could be soon to be 7. So it's not a bad CV from Matt O'Reilly coming from the MK Dons, coming through the Fulham Academy. And I'm not surprised Fulham is actually not interested in getting him back. They're obviously in the Premier League doing well. My calculations, when Matt O'Reilly. Yeah, we will. We will indeed, Big Dom. We will indeed when we get the Champions League money as well. And if Jeremy Frimpong goes to a club like Real Madrid, or I don't know what's the situation with Barcelona. I don't think they can buy big players at the moment or big transfer fees. I think they're being investigated. I'm not sure about Barcelona, to be honest with you, with the financial fair play. But I think the likes of Arsenal or Real Madrid or even Man U might come in and try to lure Jeremy Frimpong from Leverkusen. I know he obviously came through the City Youth Academy, and then we signed him. Banda. There's always one in there. Waking up. Sorry, but Edith's not for me. Better striker for 6 million. So my question is to Sheena. Sheena, do you go for Aberdeen striker Bojan? Do you go for him? Okay, if I'm not ready. Right. So folks, I'm just gonna do 5 more minutes and I'm jumping off. I'm sailing ship. Hopefully it'll be we'll be all celebrating on Wednesday night. Title in the hand, living it up, you know. Well done to Joe Hart's, obviously with 150 appearances for Celtic. Well done to Kyogo getting the goal of the season. Well done to Matt O'Reilly getting the young player of the season. Well done to Amy Gallagher picking up 2 awards, which is, you know, player of the season, and then obviously the Golden Boot. Well done to Daniel Kelly getting Academy player, you know. So yeah. Look at that face. So yeah. We'll play these videos one more time on the channel, folks. The audio is from Sky Sports, so I'm gonna play this and then I'll come back to this for a couple of more minutes and then we'll call it a day. And I appreciate the support tonight. Just want to see have we hit the 67 I was talking about. So 3 more subs, folks. 3 more subs. So if 3 more people on either X, YouTube, or Facebook can just go on and subscribe to the channel, I'll just put the link in now, right now for you. Just down the road. That was in the Brazen in September. That was in the Brazen, yeah. It's a good place, Kieran, as you know. I reckon Brendan Rodgers has more control over the recruitment now. 100%. Obviously, they've shifted the recruitment. Mark Lawwell is not their jobs for the big boys anymore. So yeah, definitely 100% Big Don. I hope you sub to the channel as well, folks. As I said, if you want to donate to the channel, it's 99 pence. It's a membership, and it'd be really appreciated if you could. If you don't have the money, the cost of living, don't be worrying about it. Let's see now. So we're going to click this now. And we're all looking forward to Super Scoreboard tomorrow, aren't we? We're all looking forward to the giggles at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. It'll be comedy gold. It will be comedy gold. So let's just play Chris Boyd raging. When you can hear me, you can actually hear in his voice how angry he is. You can hear it in his voice.
Has been underperforming.
He has had to, though, because of the injuries.
100%, but you should be turning up for your work every day, expected to play.
The best of played in these games is when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
With nothing to play for. No fear.
You've got a cup final in a couple of
losing.
weeks as well, and not only, it's a huge game for Philip Clement now as well, because that's now, you know, a few old firm games he's lost. You're then saying the start of next season is going to be back here for the first game as well. The Scottish Cup final is now huge, because the last thing you want is people then turning around and saying, well, that's 3, 4, 5 old firm games without a victory now for Philip Clement. Listen, I'll be honest, yeah, there's a Scottish Cup final, you know, a couple of weeks away, but that'll be the last time you see a lot of these players play against Celtic here in the league. There's got to be a clear out, there's got to be a fresh start. There's been some there, and Philip Clement spoke at the top of the show in terms of there's some can change his opinion in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be very difficult because, as I said, looking at it, I think Lundstrom and Barisic are going to leave in threes. There were a few other ones go, and I'm sure Philip Clement will be looking to try and wheel and deal to try and get his type of players in, because I mean, you look at Rangers and you think you go to 10 men, the way to hurt teams is with pace. I don't really see. I mean, Scott Wright came on and he had a run, but you don't really see a lot of pace in that Rangers team. So there's got to be a lot of reinforcements coming in the summer.
You can hear the panic in his voice. You can hear him stuttering. He's panicking. He's actually panicking. Unbelievable. Comedy Central. And then we'll listen to Kenny Miller.
It's a red card in this day and age when you slow things down and you put the point of contact and again John Lundstrom's foot's planted right against the side of Alistair Johnston's leg. But what I would say is, had VAR been there, nobody's moaning that that's not a red card. It was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. So I understand why it's a red card when you see it in real time. Yeah, it's fast.
Kenny,
I always say this: football,
that's
you need
a red
to.
Card, mate.
Well,
come on,
hang fire, James. I've just gave you the reason why I don't think it's a red card.
It's a red card.
It's a yellow card for me. VAR comes in, intervenes, and it's clearly when it slows that down. It's always going to be a red card when he gets called to the monitor. Had it not been VAR, nobody would have asked for that to be a red card.
That's a
Simple.
red card in the 1970s, Kenny.
Absolutely not, Chris. That is not.
I think
it is.
that
It's
you need
not.
VAR to see the point of contact. I know you're speaking about slowing it down, but when you see it full pace, where he catches him above the ankle, he's out of control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's endangering
He's
an
not.
opponent.
Hang fat. He's not out of control.
Of course he is.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
he
running
is.
fast to go to a ball.
Yep, and
you
he
need
slides.
to run fast.
No, he
yeah,
slides.
and he's allowed to slide, and
He
he's
is
allowed to
slide,
run
but
fast.
he's not allowed to put his studs on his above his ankle.
Yeah, but that's not out of control.
Of course
He's not
it
out
is.
of control.
So he meant it then.
What, he meant to kick Alistair Johnson? Absolutely not. He meant to go and win the ball. Alistair
He was
Johnson
out of
plants his
control,
foot.
Kenny, come
He's
on.
not out of control. He is not out of control.
Kenny.
Listen, this day and age, with VAR, slow down, that is a red card. I get it. But for me, if VAR's not there, nobody's moaning that's not a red card.
The
Nobody
heat's
at all.
getting to Kenny.
Absolutely not.
The heat is getting to Kenny big time. The heat is definitely getting to Kenny. The anger you can hear in his voice is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I was raging when I went home last night because I couldn't snip these clips and put them up. But like today, I was just like, you know what, these have to be dashed up. I wish I put them up yesterday. Would have been more views, but oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The both of them are just, it's just classic. So this
Lucky Rangers 3 in a row. Sorry. Just the 3 in a row.
do it again.
Lucky Rangers 3 in a row. Sorry. Just the 3 in a row.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. As I said, there's that spectacle on tonight. The Player Awards, 20 years of the Celtic Player Awards, and as we know, let's see who actually won the main awards, the big awards, the award that we all want to see and hear about. Let's just check now. Come on with you. This is taking forever. They haven't confirmed it yet. And all the folks that's feeling ropey today, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Too much stew. Too much stew. Too much stew, you know. 7 to go. Yeah, he had to end his career. Honestly, I don't know how these lads get in as punditry. They are absolutely shocking. You know, Chris Boyd is probably one of the worst pundits I've ever seen. Not because he's a Rangers man. The guy does not have an absolute clue. See, NGLS Soccer Saturday, he does not know how to pitch himself. You know, brutal. Yeah, it'd be funny. When's Kenny Miller due on this Super Score board? Is he due tomorrow? Is he due on Tuesday? You know, it'd be interesting to see what Andy Halliday has to talk about as well. Oh, they'll be all crying tomorrow. They'll be all absolutely crying. You'll hear the pain in people's voices tomorrow on that Super Scoreboard. It's just, you're gonna have it thumping, have it up to 100, have the Teddy up to 100. You know, put on all the voices. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it, folks. At the end of the day, they were. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna upload one more clip for you before we go. This will be the funniest clip of them all because this has to be done. I'm gonna put this up now on the channel. So please get the comments in. I need 2 more subs. 2 more subs to get 17,367. So please go on and sub to the channel. It's free of charge. Help the guy out. Appreciate it if you could actually go on and sub to the channel, folks. I know a lot of you have. And just 2 seconds now. Lower that down. 1 second now. Get this clip up. This is the best clip. Let's see. Just wait for this to process now, folks. Let me go. Let's see. Like, sub, and ring the bell. He's right. It was never a Rangers player. I know. I'm sure Brother Beaton wasn't happy in the lodge yesterday. You know, Boyd looked normal compared to Miller. Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, what the hell? Like, even Boyd was like that. Neil Lennon was like, what's this guy talking about? It's talking about a pony. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what was getting into him. Like, honestly. Yeah. That's it. So yeah. Let's see. Here we go. This is the final clip, folks. I'm gonna leave it there. As I said, appreciate the numbers tonight. Really good numbers across the 3 platforms. They're all legends. Just need 2 more subs. If you can all subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll be back on. Maybe I'm gonna see how the Super Scoreboard goes tomorrow night, and I'll be back on. I'll have a laugh. Right, I'm gonna leave it, folks. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.